Hello people of the internet. Now this isn't a video that I'd usually make, but apparently everything online is fake. I thought I would take it upon myself to dispel that rumour a little bit and just give you a few little pieces of truth that you can cling on to. Originally I thought I might just leave a comment on the video explaining my thoughts and opinions, but it turns out comments were disabled. And what you might be thinking right now is, video? What video? Well, if you haven't seen the video, I'll make sure a link to it pops up around here somewhere and it'll be in the description box as well. So go and watch that, because if not, this video is going to be pretty wasted on you. I kind of want to get off on the right foot, so I'm just going to start this video by saying, Essena, if by any chance you do see this, as long as you are telling the 100% truth in your video, which judging by how emotional you got, I have no reason to disbelieve you, so I think you are telling the truth. I 100% respect your decision. That is your decision to make, and it seems like it is clearly the right decision for you. So because of that, I'm not going to sit here and blame you for everything you've said or picked apart every single thing that you have said that you perhaps could have phrased differently. Instead, I'm going to take the things that really kind of hit me, and I'm going to take them and offer a different perspective that I think you left out, which you perhaps should have shown. See, the thing is, whether you like it or not, you do have a huge audience, and what you have kind of done a little bit is kind of poison them, and you've made them see social media as this evil thing that is just causing loads of problems in the world, when that's just not the case. The last thing that I want to see happen is that people's opinions are warped of one of the greatest things that has happened to us, which is social media. So the first thing, now forgive me if I'm wrong, but it seems a little too much to me like you're blaming social media and not yourself. Sure, you could say some people aren't as good at dealing with pressure as others, but at the end of the day, all the decisions that you are complaining about having made were ones that no one forced you to make. I've been on Instagram quite a while, and never once have they messaged me saying, Harry, if you don't take this brand deal, we're going to delete your account. Just doesn't happen. I totally get that you could have been swayed into these things, that you saw other people doing them and thought that was the cool thing to do, or just that the money appealed to you, because money appeals to everyone and no one can deny that. But it's not like anyone was sat there forcing you not to swipe on that little email and press delete. Now, okay, so I get that that seems like I've kind of just made my whole problem being that you took these advert deals and then complained about having taken them. That's not actually the main problem. The main problem I had was the fact that you then went on to say that this is all fake. In fact, you pretty much chucked a blanket over all of social media and called it all fake, but I'm going to go through each part and tell you why it was fake for you and why it's not fake for everyone, and therefore why you shouldn't have said that it was just fake. Now, to me, it kind of suggests that maybe you haven't done all your research or spent too much time on these websites if you haven't noticed that a lot of the content creators that are endorsing these brands and these brands that are endorsing these creators are genuinely interested in benefiting each other and their audiences. And at the end of the day, so what if they don't? That is how the world works, I'm afraid. You get companies that have a product that they want to promote, they see the influence that creators have, and they want to use that to their advantage. And why wouldn't they? I mean, they are going to get so much attention from these people talking about them that they'd be silly not to. To be honest, I can't see why there's really a problem unless it's, unethical. I was going to finish with this point, but I think I'm just going to bring it up now. When you kind of chuck that blanket over everything saying it was all fake, that kind of included vloggers' relationships with other vloggers. And truth be told, I actually cannot count how many genuine friends I've made over YouTube, Twitter and Facebook. And sure, maybe initially we have met with the sole intention of just filming a video together, making some content together. First of all, what's wrong with that anyway? Second of all, why does that mean that the friendship that we then build is not genuine? In pretty much every case, it's got to the point where me and this person that I have met online and collaborated with have ended up being such good friends that we will hang out without those intentions. And so what if we still end up posting a picture on Instagram together? Just because I might have a small following online and they might have a following online as well, doesn't mean that the reason why we have posted that picture is any different to the reasons that anyone else would have for posting a picture with their friends. The final point I want to make before I kind of summarise everything I've just said and then go on to talk about something a bit more controversial perhaps about your reasons to do the video is coming from a description in the video that you've put at the end, which reads this. This is the last video on YouTube. I don't want to support a social sharing site that makes billions of advertisements I don't agree with. Plus the major point of focus being views and subscribers, not the message or ideas for positive global change. Guess what? You're not going to agree with everything. People advertise. And that's not going to change. One thing that really bugs me is when people try and put pressure onto these huge companies and say that just because they have a big audience and a big budget means that they should use all of their resources on doing something that isn't even remotely relevant to their company just because that is something that interests you and something that you care about. And that's fair enough, they should be concentrating on doing things like this. But how do you know that that company isn't donating loads to this cause and that other cause? And since when has YouTube's major focus been views and subscribers? What about the millions of home videos that are uploaded all the time and only shared with their friends and family? And I suppose you're discounting all the thousands and thousands of content creators that are creating content that they genuinely love and want to share with the world and do not really care about views and subscribers, and if that seems to happen and come in, then fair enough, but they just carry on doing what they love. What about them? To sum that point up, I think positive global change is a very important thing. Obviously, you'd be stupid not to, but you can't make everything about positive global change. And I think it's really unfair to slate something because that's not its major focus when that was never what it was designed to be focused around. Because the minute that you do that is the minute you can start slating everything for not being focused on positive global change. Judging simply on just how emotional you got in the video, it seems that has been quite a traumatic and unpleasant experience for you. But unfortunately, what I must say is, as with everything in life, it is what you make of it. If you choose to go down the route that will lead to these kind of consequences, then what can you expect? If you want to enter into the fake part of it, because I'm not saying it doesn't exist, then you can, and if you do, you can't then come out and blame all of social media and, like I keep saying, place a blanket over it saying the whole thing is fake, because it's not. So, and now, what I'm about to say is really important. As long as you are telling the truth, I really sympathise with you. So, the final part of this video, which is possibly the part that could get me in a bit of trouble, I want to talk about whether this could be a PR stunt. See, whether you like it or not, whether you're a fan of her or not, the chances are it is possible that this could all be one big thing to get you all talking about her. Let's just think about the benefits of that for her right now. How many times have you seen her name in mainstream news in your country? In all the online articles, they're all talking about her. Everyone is talking about her. Her follower numbers are going up and up and up because, guess what, she hasn't deleted her Instagram, and suddenly there is this new website where she is making videos that just happen to be on Vimeo rather than YouTube. Not only this, but now she has slammed everyone who is doing brand deals. If she suddenly decided to do a brand deal now, I'm sure people would have this skewed opinion that now that must mean that she really, really loves this product. So combine that, you've got a bigger following and a more trustworthy opinion, and the numbers that she's going to get paid are just going to go up and up. Personally, I don't really fancy giving an opinion to whether this is all a PR stunt or not, because I know the moment I say yes or no is the moment I will get whoever doesn't agree with me absolutely slating the living daylights out of me. But I hope this video has opened your eyes to a slightly nicer side of the story, and on top of that, I do hope that no one has taken any offence to anything I've said. Obviously, it's something that I am quite passionate about, so I did speak with that passion. Essena, if you have watched this video, it would be really cool to hear from you and hear what you think in response to my comments as I have responded to yours. So thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate that it's not the type of thing I usually do. Please don't forget to give this a like and make sure you share it around so it gets loads of views and I can do loads of fake brand deals with companies that I don't really like. I'll let myself out.